Howdy all, I just want to give you a quick demo and overview of the junki patching system for JAMF Casper. So to start with, I'll quickly just show you a unpatched Mac which has a few applications you'll see, an old version of Google Chrome, an old version of VLC and 14.2.3 of Microsoft Office. We're also running version 10.8.5 with a few patches that need to be applied to that as well. Now, for a quick overview, I'll show you our JSS, which gives you a little breakdown of the policies that will be running during this update session. You can see basic things here regarding Flash, Google Chrome updates, and then a chain of policies that will patch Microsoft Office up to the current version. You'll also see we've got a dev policy here for VLC. And just touching on these computer deployment groups, if we go into our static computer groups, we have a quick look in our dev deployment group and we will see that this computer that we are currently working on, this test VM, is a member of the dev group. So let's quickly jump back to our computer and start an update from the self-service. Now generally this would be run every day at midday, but the users also have an option to view this, to launch this directly from self-service if they want to. I'll quickly open the JAMF log so you can see what's going on, but I will also post this log to this demo log so you get a good idea of the workflow. So let's just kick off an update here from self-service and we'll quickly have a look at the log and see what's happening. So the first thing we'll see is we're off checking for updates. We've done a few things. We've found that we are a dev computer, so we're pulling down our dev packages. We've now dynamically written our catalog URL to point at a dev catalog on our local update server, and we're now downloading Apple software updates. So this is all again in the background from a single button click or is run at midday on a computer each day. So you can check and patch your machines without any interaction from yourself as an admin. And we'll just let this run through while it downloads the security updates. Now these should come down pretty quickly as it's a local update server. And once we've finished downloading our Apple updates, you'll see we'll start moving on to our third-party software update. So we see Adobe Flash is downloaded, a Google Chrome update is cached, and now we'll move on to a trickier bit, which is a chain of policies to patch Microsoft Office. And if you see here, we can actually see prerequisite policies. So these policies have looked for packages, receipts that don't exist, and then they've called other policies, and we'll go into that later on if you look at the documentation. And we should be just about there for all of our patches. Now the user will be happily working away while this is going on, running in the background each day at midday. So it's no interaction apart from a nice little unified software deployment, software installation box that pops up to notify the user. Now they've got an option now to either install all of these updates and they'll all be installed at once, or they also get an option to defer that. And they have a counter on that. You can set that to whatever you'd like or disable the counter, which is great. It sort of gives you an option to maintain compliance on your machines, but also make sure that users aren't inconvenienced by these updates. So let's click log out and install and see what happens. And once the machine's logged out, you'll see an installation pop up for each one of those third-party updates. Adobe Flash is installed, Google Chrome's installing, VLC, and then you'll see the Microsoft Office updates install in order to bring your Microsoft Office installation up to the latest version. We'll probably fast forward through this because it can take a little while. And so you can see there that we have completed our third-party software installed by JAMF and Casper, and now we'll move on to our Apple software updates. So in essence, Junki gives us a unified user interface and experience around deploying our updates, and a flexible one at that with deferring available. It also gives us a nice integration with self-service and ties into existing Casper policies and triggers and methodologies there. So it's more of an augmentation to the existing patching delivery within Casper. I think it's pretty cool, and I hope with some help that we can improve this and make it better. There's some room for improvement, but if you want to get your hands on the latest code, head to monkeyforjamf.github.io. I'll put that post there, and I'll also put a copy of the log from this update session, so you can get a good look at how the updates chain together. If you've got any questions, please reach out. Otherwise, we'll let this run through, and feel free to get on board and have a play with it. Thanks very much.